Life is rarely easy. It rarely hands us the things we desire on a silver platter. If you are waiting for life to become simple, for the past to be free of obstacles, you will be waiting forever. Every person who has ever achieved greatness faced moments of doubt, fear, and exhaustion. The difference between those who succeed and those who fail is simple but profound. They forced themselves to keep going when others would have quit. Today I want you to understand the power of persistence, the strength of self-discipline, and the importance of forcing yourself to keep going, even when your body, mind, and circumstances scream for you to stop. Forcing yourself to keep going begins with a choice, a conscious decision to refuse surrender. You may be tired, overwhelmed, or scared. You may feel that every step forward is met with resistance and that your efforts are unnoticed. In those moments, the human instinct is to stop. It is natural to want to rest, to give in, to quit. But natural does not mean right. True growth, true achievement, and true fulfillment are never born out of comfort. They are born out of persistence in the face of difficulty, courage in the face of fear, and action in the face of uncertainty. Consider the simple act of waking up every day. To some it is routine, almost automatic. But for those who chase ambitious dreams, waking up is an act of discipline. It is a commitment to themselves and to their goals. Every day you are presented with a choice to remain in the warmth of comfort or to rise, step into discomfort, and pursue progress. Forcing yourself to keep going is about choosing the latter consistently. This choice is not dramatic or glamorous. It is quiet, relentless, and deeply personal. It is in the small, repetitive actions that resilience is built, and in resilience that success is forged. The lives of extraordinary people are full of proof that persistence is the key. Thomas Edison, who invented the electric light bulb, faced thousands of failed experiments before achieving success. When asked about his repeated failures, he famously said, "I have not failed. I've just found 10,000 ways that won't work." Imagine if he had stopped after the first 1,000 attempts, or the first 10,000, the world would have waited decades longer for the light bulb. This is the power of forcing yourself to keep going, the determination to continue despite repeated setbacks, despite criticism, despite fatigue. Your efforts may not always be immediately rewarded, but persistence compounds silently, creating results you cannot yet see. To force yourself to keep going, you must connect deeply with your why. Your why is your reason for taking action, your purpose, your vision for your life. Without a clear why, persistence becomes hollow. You will struggle to find meaning in the struggle, and giving up will seem reasonable. But when your purpose is clear, when you understand the impact of your actions on your future, each step forward, no matter how small, becomes meaningful. Your why fuels you when motivation fades. It whispers to you in the quiet moments, reminding you of the life you are building, the person you are becoming, and the dreams you refuse to abandon. Discomfort is an inevitable companion on this journey. Forcing yourself to keep going means embracing it, not avoiding it. Growth rarely occurs in comfort zones. Every time you push past fatigue, every time you endure criticism, every time you persist through doubt, you expand your capacity. Discomfort is proof that you are stretching your limits, strengthening your mind, and training your character. Every challenge you face, no matter how painful, is shaping you into a stronger, wiser, and more capable person. Do not shy away from it. Welcome it, let it transform you. Consistency is equally important. Rarely will a single heroic effort lead to lasting achievement. Success is the result of repeated actions performed day after day, even when results are not immediately visible. It is the quiet, repetitive efforts that build momentum. You may not see immediate change, but your consistent actions are planting seeds for a future harvest. Just as an oak tree grows slowly, unnoticed by the naked eye, your progress accumulates silently, eventually breaking through as strength, skill, and achievement. Forcing yourself to keep going requires showing up day after day with unwavering commitment. At the same time, self-compassion must guide your persistence. Forcing yourself to keep going does not mean punishing yourself for being tired, overwhelmed, or discouraged. It means recognizing your struggles while refusing to let them define you. Speak to yourself with encouragement, not criticism. Celebrate the small wins, the tiny steps forward, the moments when you chose action over inaction. Each victory, no matter how minor, is evidence that your effort matters. Balance your discipline with kindness, and you will find that persistence becomes sustainable rather than draining. Perspective is another powerful tool. Too often, we view obstacles as barriers, as reasons to stop. But what if we reframe them as opportunities? Every challenge you face is a chance to grow. Every failure teaches lessons that success cannot. Every setback is a guidepost redirecting you toward better strategies, stronger skills, and wiser decisions. Life is rarely smooth, but your approach to it determines whether you are crushed by difficulties or strengthened by them. Force yourself to see obstacles as fuel for your journey. Let challenges sharpen your resolve, deepen your character, and expand your vision. It is also important to recognize that progress is not linear. There will be days when it feels like nothing is working, when effort seems wasted, when doubt clouds your mind. These moments are not signals to stop. They are signals to persist. Keep moving, even in small steps. Momentum is created through continuous motion, not by waiting for ideal conditions. Each step forward, no matter how tiny, builds energy that propels you further than you imagine. The key is to refuse stagnation, to continue even when progress feels invisible. Forcing yourself to keep going is ultimately about mindset. It is the commitment to your future self. It is the understanding that your efforts today are shaping the life you will live tomorrow. It is the discipline to act, even when you do not feel like it, the courage to persist, even when circumstances are difficult, and the resilience to rise, even after repeated setbacks. Life will test you, life will challenge you, life will push you to your limits. But each moment you choose to continue, each time you refuse to quit, you are building strength, character, and a future that aligns with your dreams. Remember, your perseverance is a gift to yourself. It is proof that you value your goals more than your temporary comfort. It is proof that you understand the power of small, consistent actions. It is proof that you refuse to be defined by failure, exhaustion, or doubt. Step by step, day by day, you are forging a path to a life of purpose, power, and fulfillment. So, do not wait for motivation. Do not wait for the right moment. Do not wait for fear to disappear. Force yourself to keep going. Let each step, each effort, each decision to persist carry you closer to your dreams. Remember, every challenge you overcome, every discomfort you endure, every time you choose action over surrender, you are becoming stronger, wiser, and unstoppable. Life has a way of testing us at the moments when we feel most vulnerable. It seems almost designed to challenge our willpower, to stretch our limits, and to see whether we are capable of persisting when every fiber of our being cries out for rest. The truth is, nothing worth achieving comes without struggle, and nothing worthwhile is gained without pushing past the point of comfort. Forcing yourself to keep going even when it hurts is the cornerstone of personal growth, resilience, and transformation. Pain is inevitable. Everyone experiences it, in one form or another. It comes as emotional anguish, physical exhaustion, or mental fatigue. Some of us encounter it as criticism, rejection, or failure. It is easy to see pain as a signal to retreat, to stop trying, or to abandon our dreams. Yet, pain is not the enemy. It is a teacher. It is the silent instructor that shows us where we are weak, where we need to grow, and what we are capable of overcoming. To force yourself to keep going is to acknowledge the pain while refusing to let it control your actions. It is about acting courageously in the midst of discomfort and understanding that the very struggle you wish to avoid is what will define your strength. Forcing yourself to keep going begins with a mindset shift. Instead of seeing obstacles as threats, see them as opportunities to prove your resilience. Instead of viewing failure as a defeat, view it as feedback, a guide to refining your strategy. Your mind is your most powerful tool. If you allow negativity, fear, or self-doubt to dominate your thoughts, you give up your power. But if you cultivate a mindset that embraces challenges and sees value in persistence, you create unstoppable momentum. Forcing yourself to keep going is not about ignoring fear, it is about acting in spite of it. Discipline is essential in this process. Motivation comes and goes. Some days you wake up energized, ready to conquer the world. Other days you struggle to even start. Waiting for motivation to appear is a trap. It will often disappear when you need it most. Discipline, however, is constant. It is the daily commitment to your goals, the decision to act even when you do not feel like it. Forcing yourself to keep going requires cultivating discipline, forming habits that align with your purpose, and showing up consistently. It is the quiet, relentless effort that compounds over time, building a foundation strong enough to carry you through adversity. One of the most powerful tools in this journey is clarity of purpose. Your why is your anchor when storms rage around you. Without a clear sense of purpose, persistence can feel meaningless. But when you know why you are pursuing your goal, every setback becomes manageable, every hardship becomes temporary, and every failure becomes a lesson. Your purpose fuels action. It ignites determination. It is the reason you rise again after falling, the reason you push forward when quitting seems easier, and the reason you refuse to settle for mediocrity. Forcing yourself to keep going also requires patience. Progress is rarely immediate. The human mind craves quick results, instant gratification, and visible rewards. Yet, the most meaningful achievements take time to materialize. Every step you take, every hour you dedicate, every effort you make may seem insignificant in the present, but it is laying the groundwork for extraordinary outcomes in the future. Patience allows you to trust the process, to remain committed even when success is not yet visible, and to continue moving forward despite the delays, obstacles, and frustrations that life presents. Resilience is built in the moments of hardship. When life pushes you down, forcing yourself to get back up is how strength is formed. The process is rarely comfortable. It may involve exhaustion, frustration, and self-doubt. But each time you rise again, you expand your capacity to endure, to adapt, and to thrive. Resilience is not simply enduring pain, it is transforming adversity into an opportunity for growth and choosing to keep going when every instinct says to stop. It is the understanding that discomfort is temporary, but the rewards of persistence are lasting. Another essential element is self-belief. You must trust yourself, even when circumstances appear bleak. Many people fail not because the path is impossible, but because they lack confidence in their ability to navigate it. Believing in yourself is the fuel that powers your persistence. It reminds you that setbacks are not permanent, that mistakes are not defining, and that your efforts are meaningful. When you force yourself to keep going, even when it hurts, you strengthen your belief in your own capabilities, creating a feedback loop of confidence and determination that propels you forward. Support systems also play a role in persistence. Surround yourself with people who encourage, inspire, and hold you accountable. They remind you of your purpose when you forget, push you when you hesitate, and celebrate your victories with genuine joy. While forcing yourself to keep going is ultimately an internal effort, positive influence from others can amplify your resilience and keep your spirit motivated. Seek mentors, friends, or communities that align with your vision and values and allow their energy to reinforce your commitment to persevere. Equally important is reflection. Regularly take time to assess your journey, Celebrate how far you have come, acknowledge the challenges you have overcome, and identify areas where improvement is needed. Reflection provides perspective, reminding you that the pain and effort you endure are shaping your growth. It also helps you adjust strategies, refine approaches, and avoid repeating mistakes. Forcing yourself to keep going is not about mindless persistence. It is about intelligent persistence, guided by reflection, purpose, and self-awareness. Finally, understand that forcing yourself to keep going is not a one-time act, it is a lifelong commitment. Life will always present challenges, new goals, and unforeseen obstacles. Each time you choose to continue, you are training your mind, body, and spirit to endure, to thrive, and to succeed. Persistence becomes a habit, a part of your identity, and a defining trait of your character. Every time you rise again, push through discomfort, and act despite fear, you strengthen the foundation of your future success. In conclusion, forcing yourself to keep going, even when it hurts, is one of the most transformative acts you can commit to in life. It is a combination of discipline, mindset, patience, resilience, self-belief, and purposeful action. It is about recognizing pain as a teacher, challenges as opportunities, and setbacks as lessons. It is about showing up daily, acting consistently, and refusing to surrender. Life will test you, life will challenge you, life will push you to your limits. But the moments you persevere, the moments you rise when you feel broken, and the moments you act despite fear will define not just your success, but the depths of your character. Step forward, take action, embrace the struggle, and force yourself to keep going. The life you dream of, the strength you desire, and the success you seek are waiting on the other side of persistence. Remember, every time you choose to continue, every effort you make, and every challenge you overcome is a step toward the extraordinary person you are destined to become. Life has a way of testing us most profoundly when we feel alone, when the world doubts us, when friends and family fail to see our vision, and when even we question our own strengths. It is easy to give up. It is easy to believe that the journey is too hard, that the effort is futile, or that the dream is impossible. But it is precisely in these moments of doubt and isolation that your character is forged. Forcing yourself to keep going, even when nobody believes in you, is one of the greatest acts of courage a person can commit to. Belief, faith in yourself is the foundation of persistence. Too often we rely on external validation to keep moving forward. We seek applause, approval, and recognition to fuel our motivation. But external belief is fleeting. People will doubt you. Circumstances may appear impossible. Critics will speak loudly, often louder than the voice of your own conviction. The key is to cultivate unwavering belief in yourself, independent of others. When you force yourself to keep going without the support or approval of others, you are tapping into the purest source of resilience, the strength that lies within you. History is full of examples of people who achieved greatness without initial support. Albert Einstein, rejected from teaching positions early in his career, persevered in his research and changed the world. Oprah Winfrey faced countless obstacles and rejections before becoming a global icon. Rowling was turned down by multiple publishers before Harry Potter became a worldwide phenomenon. In each case, the common factor was relentless persistence in the face of doubt. These individuals forced themselves to keep going when nobody believed in them, and that act alone changed the trajectory of their lives. Forcing yourself to keep going in the absence of support requires mental discipline. It means showing up every day, doing the work and trusting the process without immediate validation. It means silencing the inner critic that questions your worth, your talent, and your vision. Mental discipline transforms doubt into determination. It allows you to act consistently, maintain focus, and cultivate the habits that lead to long-term success. Every small action you take, even when unnoticed, is an investment in your future self, a future where belief is no longer needed because results will speak for themselves. One of the most important tools in this journey is resilience. Life will inevitably challenge you, sometimes more than you feel capable of handling. There will be times when setbacks, failures, and rejections feel unbearable. In those moments, resilience becomes your anchor. It is the ability to rise again after being knocked down, to learn from mistakes and to persist when the path is uncertain. Forcing yourself to keep going is not a denial of hardship. It is a conscious decision to rise above it, to transform adversity into strength, and to trust that your efforts will ultimately bear fruit. Clarity of purpose is another essential factor. When nobody believes in you, your why becomes even more critical. Your purpose is the compass that guides you when the map is unclear. It is the inner fire that pushes you forward when the external world is cold and indifferent. Take the time to define your goals clearly, understand why they matter, and visualize the life you want to create. Let this vision serve as motivation when doubt threatens to derail you. Forcing yourself to keep going without external belief requires a deep connection to your own vision, a reminder that your journey is about fulfilling your potential, not pleasing others. Self-compassion is equally important. Pushing through doubt and isolation is hard work, both mentally and emotionally. Do not be harsh on yourself for feeling overwhelmed, uncertain, or exhausted. Acknowledge your struggles, but do not allow them to define your actions. Speak to yourself with encouragement, not criticism. Celebrate even the smallest victories, for each step forward is proof of your perseverance. By combining discipline with self-compassion, you create a sustainable path that allows you to continue moving forward without burning out. Persistence in isolation also strengthens creativity and innovation. When you cannot rely on external validation, you are forced to think for yourself, problem-solve independently, and develop solutions that are uniquely yours. Many breakthroughs occur precisely because someone refused to give up, even when no one else believed in them. Forcing yourself to keep going in solitude allows your mind to innovate, to explore new possibilities, and to develop resilience that cannot be gained through comfort or agreement from others. Another critical element is patience. When nobody believes in you, results may take longer to manifest. Progress may feel invisible, and discouragement may whisper that your efforts are wasted. Patience allows you to trust the process, to maintain your focus, and to act consistently despite the lack of immediate feedback. Every hour spent working toward your goal is an investment in your future self. Your persistence compounds silently, building momentum that will eventually become visible in ways that exceed your expectations. Support, when it comes, becomes more meaningful because you have already built a foundation of self-belief. When others begin to recognize your effort, it is not what sustains you, you are already sustaining yourself. Forcing yourself to keep going without external belief ensures that your progress is independent of circumstances or opinions. You become self-reliant, empowered, and unstoppable, capable of achieving goals that once seemed impossible. Finally, understand that forcing yourself to keep going when nobody believes in you is an act of courage that transforms you at your core. It is a declaration that your destiny is in your hands. It teaches you to trust yourself, to value your own efforts, and to act with integrity and purpose regardless of recognition or reward. Life will not always offer support, but your perseverance will create opportunities, build strength, and forge a path toward your dreams. In conclusion, forcing yourself to keep going when nobody believes in you is one of the highest expressions of personal power. It requires mental discipline, clarity of purpose, resilience, self-compassion, patience, and unwavering self-belief. It means acting courageously in the face of doubt, performing consistently when validation is absent, and trusting that your efforts will ultimately lead to meaningful results. When you choose to persist despite doubt and isolation, you become unstoppable. you become a force that cannot be deterred by criticism, rejection, or disbelief. Rise even when it is hard. Act even when no one is watching. Persist even when recognition is absent. Force yourself to keep going. The world may doubt you, circumstances may oppose you, and obstacles may appear insurmountable, but your determination, resilience, and courage are greater than any challenge. Every step forward, every act of persistence, and every moment of courage brings you closer to the life you are meant to live. There will come moments in your life when giving up seems like the most reasonable option, when the weight of responsibility, exhaustion, or failure presses down on you so heavily that even the thought of continuing feels unbearable. You will feel broken, overwhelmed, and perhaps convinced that your efforts are wasted. It is in these moments when the temptation to quit is strongest that the decision to force yourself to keep going becomes the defining factor between mediocrity and greatness. Feeling like giving up is a natural part of the human experience. We are not designed to be invincible. We experience doubt, fatigue, and fear because they are signals from our mind and body reminding us of our limits. But these signals are not commands, they are challenges, not mandates. Forcing yourself to keep going is about listening to the signals, respecting your feelings, but refusing to surrender to them. It is about acknowledging that struggle is temporary, but regret can last a lifetime. Every time you push through the urge to quit, you strengthen your resilience and create a foundation for future success. The first step in forcing yourself to keep going is to reconnect with your purpose. Your why is your internal compass. It reminds you why the journey is worth it, even when the path is dark. Write it down. Speak it aloud. Meditate on it. When the urge to give up arises, remind yourself that your actions are shaping the future you desire. Every effort you invest today, no matter how small, brings you closer to the life you envision. Purpose transforms exhaustion into energy, doubt into determination, and obstacles into opportunities. Another crucial factor is perspective. Often, the feeling of wanting to give up arises from a focus on temporary discomfort or failure. You fixate on immediate challenges and forget to see the larger picture. Stepping back allows you to gain clarity. Ask yourself, will this moment matter in 1 year, in 5 years, in 10 years? Most obstacles, no matter how intimidating in the moment, are temporary. The pain and struggle you feel today are shaping your character, discipline, and resilience. Forcing yourself to keep going means looking beyond the immediate difficulty and focusing on the long-term impact of your actions. Consistency is key. When you feel like giving up, it is often because you are relying solely on motivation or emotional energy. Motivation is unpredictable. It fluctuates, comes and goes. Discipline, on the other hand, is consistent. It is the decision to act regardless of feelings. Forcing yourself to keep going requires creating habits that sustain progress even on difficult days. Consistency transforms effort into results. Even small repeated actions create momentum. Each step forward, no matter how tiny, builds upon the last, creating an unstoppable force of progress that propels you toward your goals. Resilience is built in moments of struggle. Every time you continue when giving up feels easier, you expand your capacity to endure. Each challenge you face strengthens your mind and spirit, making you more prepared for future obstacles. Resilience is not simply enduring hardship, it is the ability to grow because of it. Forcing yourself to keep going when you feel like quitting is training your mind, body, and heart to persevere through adversity, cultivating strength that will serve you throughout your life. Self-compassion is an essential companion in this journey. Pushing through struggle does not mean ignoring your limits or punishing yourself for fatigue. It means treating yourself with kindness while refusing to let temporary weakness dictate your actions. Speak to yourself as you would to a friend, with encouragement, support, and belief in their potential. Celebrate even the smallest victories. Recognize that every effort matters, even if results are not immediately visible. By balancing persistence with compassion, you create sustainable growth and prevent burnout. Visualization is a powerful tool to overcome the urge to give up. Picture the moment when your efforts will pay off, when your goal is achieved, when your hard work transforms into tangible results. Feel the satisfaction, the pride, the joy of accomplishment. Let this mental image serve as motivation, a reminder of why you started, and the reward awaiting you on the other side of struggle. Visualization aligns your mind with your goals and strengthens your determination to persevere. Another strategy is to break the journey into manageable steps. Often, the thought of completing a large task or goal can be overwhelming, triggering the desire to quit. By dividing the journey into smaller, actionable steps, you create a sense of progress and control. Each small success becomes a source of motivation, reinforcing the habit of persistence. Forcing yourself to keep going is about focusing on the next step, not the entire mountain, and trusting that incremental effort leads to monumental results. Support and mentorship can also help, even when you feel like giving up. Seek those who have walked similar paths, those who understand struggle, and those who can provide guidance, encouragement, and perspective. However, the ultimate force comes from within. Your perseverance is your responsibility. When you force yourself to keep going, you create inner strength that is independent of circumstance or external validation. Finally, remember that failure is part of the journey, not the end. Every great achievement is built on countless setbacks, mistakes, and moments of doubt. Each failure is a lesson, a guidepost, and an opportunity to improve. Forcing yourself to keep going means reframing failure as feedback rather than defeat. Each time you rise after falling, you are stronger, wiser, and more capable of achieving your goals. In conclusion, forcing yourself to keep going when you feel like giving up is the ultimate test of character. It requires discipline, resilience, patience, self-compassion, purpose, and perspective. It is the choice to act despite exhaustion, doubt, and fear. It is the decision to honor your dreams and respect your future self. Life will challenge you. Life will push you to your limits. Life will tempt you to quit. But every moment you persist, every act of courage, and every step forward is a testament to your strength. Step forward, take action, embrace struggle. Force yourself to keep going. The life you desire, the success you envision, and the person you are becoming are waiting on the other side of persistence. Remember, the difference between those who quit and those who succeed is often simply the decision to keep going, one step at a time, no matter how difficult it feels. Life is not a sprint, it is a marathon. Every meaningful goal, every ambitious dream, and every significant achievement requires endurance. The journey is long, the road is often winding, and the challenges you face can feel endless. It is during these long, exhausting stretches that most people give up. But those who achieve greatness, those who leave a mark on the world, understand one vital principle: the road may be long, but forcing yourself to keep going ensures that every step, no matter how difficult, brings you closer to your destination. The first truth to understand is that perseverance over a long journey requires vision. You must see beyond the immediate discomfort, the setbacks, and the fatigue. Visualize the finish line. Imagine the life you are building, the person you are becoming, and the success that awaits your persistence. Vision is the compass that guides you through the darkest, most challenging stretches of your journey. When the road feels endless, your ability to see the bigger picture is what allows you to keep taking steps forward. Patience is the second essential element. Long journeys are never completed in a single leap. They require time, dedication, and consistency. Progress is often invisible in the moment. The small steps you take each day may seem insignificant, but over time they accumulate into extraordinary results. Patience allows you to trust the process, remain consistent, and understand that the effort you invest now will compound into success in the future. Forcing yourself to keep going over a long road means valuing the journey as much as the destination and recognizing that enduring effort is the secret to lasting achievement. Consistency, perhaps more than anything else, is the backbone of long-term persistence. It is not the occasional burst of effort that creates results, but the habit of showing up daily, even when you do not feel like it. Habits are the building blocks of progress. When you force yourself to keep going, even when motivation fades, you create habits that sustain action and build momentum. These habits, practiced consistently, turn effort into results and dreams into reality. Every small step forward is a victory over inertia, and over time, these victories accumulate into profound transformation. Resilience is cultivated over long journeys. The road will not always be smooth. You will encounter setbacks, failures, and moments when the challenges feel insurmountable. Each time you rise again, you are expanding your capacity to endure, adapt, and grow stronger. Resilience is not merely surviving difficulties, it is thriving because of them. Forcing yourself to keep going over a long journey transforms every hardship into an opportunity for growth, turning adversity into the fuel that propels you forward. Another key factor is self-discipline. Motivation alone is fleeting. There will be days when you wake up inspired and ready to take on the world, and other days when even getting out of bed feels like a challenge. Discipline ensures that you act consistently regardless of how you feel. Forcing yourself to keep going is about building the mental and emotional muscles necessary to perform even on the hardest days. It is the silent commitment to your goals, the repeated actions that create momentum, and the ability to act when circumstances are less than ideal. Self-compassion is also crucial on a long road. Endurance does not mean ignoring your limits or punishing yourself for exhaustion. It means balancing persistence with care for yourself. Recognize when you need rest, when reflection is necessary, and when recalibration is required. Celebrate small victories and acknowledge progress, even when it feels slow. By combining discipline with self-compassion, you ensure that your journey is sustainable, allowing you to continue moving forward without burnout or despair. Support systems can amplify your ability to persist over long distances. Surround yourself with people who encourage, inspire, and hold you accountable. Seek mentors who have walked similar paths and communities that share your values and vision. While the ultimate force to continue comes from within, the energy and wisdom of supportive people can provide guidance, motivation, and perspective when your own strength feels insufficient. Perspective is vital. Long roads are often accompanied by periods of doubt, frustration, and uncertainty. It is easy to lose sight of your progress, to feel that your efforts are futile, and to question the value of your journey. In these moments, reflection is essential. Look back at how far you have come. Even if the distance seems small, recognize the lessons learned, the obstacles overcome, and the growth achieved. Perspective reminds you that each step, no matter how challenging, contributes to the greater journey and shapes you into the person capable of achieving your dreams. Another powerful tool is mental visualization. Picture the successful outcome of your efforts. Imagine the joy, pride, and satisfaction you will feel when your long journey reaches fruition. Visualization aligns your mind with your goal, strengthens your focus, and fuels your persistence. When the road feels endless, mental imagery acts as a beacon, reminding you why every step is worth taking and why giving up is not an option. Adaptability is also essential. No journey follows a straight path. You will encounter unexpected challenges, detours, and setbacks. Forcing yourself to keep going requires flexibility, the ability to adjust your strategy, learn from mistakes, and navigate obstacles without losing sight of your destination. Adaptability ensures that you remain resilient and persistent even when circumstances change unexpectedly. Finally, remember that every long journey builds character. Forcing yourself to keep going shapes your mind, body, and spirit. It cultivates patience, resilience, discipline, and wisdom. It transforms challenges into opportunities, setbacks into lessons, and fatigue into strengths. The road may be long, but each step forward, each act of persistence brings you closer to the life you envision. In conclusion, forcing yourself to keep going over a long journey is a testament to your inner strength and determination. It requires vision, patience, consistency, resilience, discipline, self-compassion, perspective, adaptability, and mental focus. The road will test you. The challenges will be many. The journey may feel endless, but each step you take, every effort you make, and every moment you choose persistence over surrender shapes the person you are becoming. Step forward. Take one step at a time. Embrace the journey. Force yourself to keep going. The life you desire, the success you envision, and the strength you seek are waiting for you at the end of the road. And remember, every time you continue, even when it feels impossible, you are proving to yourself that nothing is stronger than the human spirit determined to achieve its purpose.